Okay, I keep pressing the button on the side of the phone. Now I see what's going on. Okay, I'm an amateur. I'm an amateur. See my little froggy inside of the bok choy? Let me see. Can you see him? Maybe you can't. In the white bucket? You can't see the front of him. Anyway, and there goes my other little frog in the potato bucket. I don't think I want to try growing potatoes again because even if I get like a batch or whatever out of that container there, it is growing. It's taking up too much of my resource on the porch, and it'll take longer to grow as well as taking up space, and it's kind of unruly because I had to tie it and then it leaned over, so I tied it again, and of course it just keeps leaning over one side or it leans over to the other side. So I said, well, let me push him up against the wall. I didn't really want to push him up against the wall. Same way with the tomato. It just took off and started growing so fast that I didn't have a chance to go get the tomato cages for it because it grew so fast. No, it grew so fast. Plus, I was working on some other stuff too, and before I knew it, hey, see the little flower? You can't see the flowers on there. I said I was gonna stop saying that. Count how many times I said it. But anyway, there's like flower buds on there, the little yellow flowers. I love it. Of course, there's a feeder inside of the tomatoes. And see inside that big zucchini, there's a little feeder cup in there too. And I fill that up. Well, I think that one's not filled up because that's my latest one that I just said hopefully I could dig a little hole if the root system haven't sprawled all out over the place, and they hadn't. Thank goodness it hadn't. So I went ahead and put a feeder cup in there because I know it's gonna need to be fed with because zucchinis. Watch, see how big the leaves are now today. Watch after this rain. Watch like tomorrow. They're gonna grow tomorrow and the next day. They're gonna be even bigger than what they are right now. I think I'm gonna sit that one on top of something because I don't want the leaves touching the ground. It's still steady spitting out leaves in the middle of it though. It's so funny and fascinating at the same time. Let me see, can I get a good shot of it? Maybe not, but okay, well, let me try to piece this video together. And I finally made my first video. And it's getting lighter outside, but it's still raining. Watch this. Let me see if you can see my pepper up there. Sitting on top of in a green planter bucket. You can't see it. Let me see. No, okay, I'm gonna have to show you tomorrow. Anyway, it's got some, it's got the yellow flowers on it also. And I was told that once it has those yellow flowers, that means that the fruit is coming. That means that the fruit is coming. Now, I said I was gonna try to, help it with the pollination, like get a Q-tip or something and, touch them all with the male and female, try to get them all pollinated. But I see stuff out there in my garden. I see wasps darting in and out. I see some other kind of fly thing. I haven't seen a bee. I saw a ladybug. And, from what I've heard, even ants have a place in the garden. They trample around and move pollen from here to there. So even ants have a job in the garden. I saw a ladybug the other day. I was so excited. It was a little baby orange ladybug, and I was like, how in the world did that little baby ladybug find me or find my garden? See my little butterfly over there? Let me see. He's next to the purple bucket. Yeah, you should be able to see that one. But you may not be able to see his face because the way it's turned, slightly turned. And then that's a ladybug right next to it. I had him turn towards me so I could look at him when I look out the window at my plants. But the wind keeps blowing them around. They're tied. Let me see. Are they tied to something? Let me see. I know I propped something up on them to keep something propped up, but it looks like I didn't tie them. I thought I had them tied to something. It doesn't look like I have them tied to anything. They just there. Maybe I was going to tie up one of them tomatoes or something, or peppers. It's something in that same little pot with the butterfly. See the big tomato right next to him on the right? Yeah, it is a pepper in there also. It looked like a whole bucket full of tomatoes. So if somebody don't make it, I don't know. But it's something in there, and I smelled it, and it smells so good. I don't know if that's mint. I wish you could see it. The leaves are getting bigger, but I don't know if that's what mint smells like. But it doesn't smell like a tomato, and I know what peppers look like. It doesn't look like that. It has a smell, and I wonder if that's some type of mint. And I did plant no, that was a long time. That was last season. I planted, I think I had a couple of more peppermint seeds, and they never came up. But they could have been laying dormant. They could have been playing possum and just not coming up. I don't know. Because I recycle all my dirt. I'll recycle it and, add some peat moss to it and some worm castings. What did I call it? What did I call it earlier? I can't remember. That was so funny. I couldn't remember what to call it. It was worm castings. And that's like a natural gardening fertilizer. I love that because if I could get some earthworms and drop them in some of my containers, but I kind of feel like my containers are too small to handle the earthworms. Getting a good amount of rain. I don't know how long it's supposed to rain, but I will get those. I'm gonna dump all these containers in my little trash can here. There's my big bowl. It looks like maybe that's about a half a cup of water. I don't know. Maybe a cup of water, huh? It's going to get some more of those green things that are sitting, that the zucchini is sitting in. It's going to catch some water in that. I like to put catchers underneath my containers because all the goodness that's inside those planters and containers, when it rains and when I water, I don't want that stuff to wash right out of the container. I save it and pour it in my rain bucket right here because, hey, that's some good stuff. I don't want it to just wash down the gutters, wash down the drain. So I will go ahead and dump it in my trash can right here. And, then I'll take one scoop out and give everybody a drink of this good rainwater with all the good stuff in it. And they just love it. They love it. And this lady, she passed by one evening and she goes, oh, she said, your plants are so pretty. I'm like, is that how you describe it? Pretty? Yes, Okay, thank you. You know, and she says, you really have a green thumb. And I say, I wouldn't say I have a green thumb because I'm the one who used to kill everything. I just tried and some stuff didn't make it because I maybe overwatered it or maybe I didn't water it enough and it got too dry and, you know, and it did survive. So a lot of this was trial and error. Trial and error. And it's still trial and error because I still don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. I'm just trying. I think I'm gonna cut a little piece of this, what do you call it? Swiss chard. I'm gonna cut some of that off. Like I could have sworn I planted some beets somewhere, but I don't think they ever came up unless those are beets over there and that I think is strawberry. I don't think so because beets have long leaves like these radish. I think it would look like this radish, but this radish once I had put a bunch of seeds in there and I went outside because I was going to thin it out. So I went out and I brought in the radish bucket, brought it in the house so I could thin it out. Lo and behold, to my surprise, it was actually radishes all red up and through there. And I was so surprised and amazed because I'm like, dang, it seemed like they grew like super fast. Like, and they probably did. I don't know. I think they said they do grow pretty fast, but I think they probably got in there and was getting a taste of some of that food scraps in the bottom too. I don't know, but but they grew like super fast. Right now, it looks like they kind of pushed their way up to the top. I don't know. I guess it just nudged their way up to the top. But I don't know if that big one right there in the middle, if it's got a radish hooked onto it and it didn't protrude out of the dirt, and the one right behind it. I tell you, I had those aphid things under the underbelly of the leaves, and I actually washed this one, but I see some more under there. Little black spots under this big one. It's a big one right there in the middle. It's got the red little thing on all of them got red, don't they? I just hadn't noticed. But it seemed like that's the strongest one right there in the middle. It's real thick. Anyway, okay, let me end the video. And thank you for stopping by or checking out my video. This is my first video. And everything changes so fast in the garden because everything is growing, especially with the rain. The rain makes it grow even more. Look at my butterfly. He's so happy looking. Anyway, please like and subscribe if you have any comments. Come on, engage with me. And share the video. Everybody can grow something. That's how I got started. I keep hearing all the YouTubers saying, grow something, grow what you can grow and try, and that's all I did. I just tried, and it's working. You know, it's a lot of trial and error. Whatever kind of space you got, use it, and everybody can do it. I know I enjoyed eating this bok choy because I had eaten some already, and then before those aphids just tore it up. I'm calling them aphids. I don't know if that's what aphids is, but I know they're spider mites, or the little black dots. They look like dirt underneath the belly of the leaves. Look at how that white part of the bok choy. I love it. I can't wait to eat those. I'm going to eat them with some, you hear the thunder, and that means some more rain. My niece lives back over the other way in Fort Worth. She said it was really coming down, so I said, oh, that means we really getting some more because It's got to come through this way, and it is coming from there to here. And is that a yellow? That looked like some crime scene tape over there in those other apartments, Nosy Rosie. Let me see. See that yellow tape over there? That looked like some crime scene tape. I don't think the apartment people would use that tape. I don't know. It might not be exclusive. Anyway, let me get off. And again, I appreciate all who passed through and taking the time out to. Oh man, look at all these yellow flowers on my cucumbers. You can see all that yellow right here in the corner on the right. Look at all that yellow flowers. They're growing really well. Okay, I'm going to show you when it stopped raining one day. Like tomorrow maybe. Okay, good evening, good night, good morning.